Good evening. My name is Bruce Sitkus, and I'm the hospice nurse practitioner at the Visiting Nurse Service and Hospice of Suffolk. I, along with our hospice team, would like to thank you for choosing VNS to serve you and your departed family members. It has been and will continue to be an honor and privilege for us to participate in providing comfort care to those who are at the end of life. You and your family have allowed each of us to participate in a very sacred and special time with those who have departed. As you are well aware, it is not easy being a caregiver at the end of life. You have been there for your loved ones by giving your time, energy, and love, only wanting the best for those whom you love. You are truly amazing individuals who inspire us at VNS each hour of every day. For this, we are truly grateful. We are honored that you can join us in our virtual trees of lights and hope it brings you peace and comfort as we remember those who we have lost. I would like to now read a poem which I believe is significant to this lighting of the trees ceremony. Light a candle, see it glow, watch it dance when you feel low. Think of me, think of light. It always will be here, day or night. A candle flickers out of sign, but in your heart I still burn bright. Think not of sadness that I'm not near. Think of gladness and joyous cheer. I have not left, I'm not gone. I'm here to stay, my little one. So when the light a candle and you see it slow and glow, and you watch it dance in your heart, you'll know that I would never leave you even when you feel so blue. I'm sitting here now watching over you. Thank you. I would like to now introduce the Reverend Mark Bigelow, our VNSHS Pastoral Care Coordinator. Mark.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here this evening as we come to remember our patients, your loved ones, the ones who we've had the opportunity to guide through their last stage of life. We thank you for the trust you gave to the VNS Hospice program and our staff, and we know that our staff has been enriched by their experiences with your family as we hope you have with them. In a normal year, we would have 2 memorial services during the course of the year. The first in the spring would be a candle lighting service here in our parking lot, and the second would be about this time of the year. We light the beautiful lights on these gorgeous trees that stand behind me. Each of these services, we remember all those people who have passed away on our program in the previous months, and we do it with a small light, a candle, a little tree light. They're small, relatively dim sources of illumination when you look at the brightly lit LED world that we live in now. But these little lights in a dark room, they stand like a beacon. It's no coincidence that this time of year, two of the major religious holidays focus on candles. The candles of the menorah for the Jewish tradition, and the candles of the Advent wreath and Christmas Eve for Christians. For these candles not only remind us of where we've been, of our past, but they stand as a light of hope for the future. That's something we need more than ever this year. It's been a particularly hard year for those of us who grieve. Many of our loved ones had to pass away alone. We were not able to hold funerals, memorial services like we normally would. We haven't had the gatherings, the parties to give thanks for the lives of those we've lost. And for many of us, we've continued to be alone in the isolation of this pandemic separation. I know, I'm with you this year. My mother passed away in April, and she lived in Colorado, so the only memorial service I attended was via Zoom, a graveyard service in Littleton, Colorado. And as we approach the holidays, we know that they are always one of the most difficult times for grief. And it helps to begin the approach of the holidays by recognizing that and being aware that this is a particularly difficult time for those of us who mourn. So if you feel run down, if you don't have as much energy as you used to have, it's because of all the energy that's going to your grief. And that's okay. That's okay. So I'd encourage you this year to do something pretty simple. I encourage you to light a candle. For the candle, when you light a candle in memory of the person you've lost, of your loved one who is now not at the table any longer. And as you do, remember what a bright light they were, how they burned in your life. And as you do, know that that candle is still burning for the future, for they lit that candle in you. Their love burns in you. And you may now show that light to all the people that you meet. And so in these holidays, may you be a light to others. You know, the holidays usually are about big extravagant gestures, large meals, big trees, lots of decorations. No, keep it simple. Be a candle for someone. Extend a hand, make a call, send a card, offer a cup of coffee. And while you're at it, take the time to receive those gifts as well. Sometimes in grief we stay away from all that, but accept those little gifts. Because as you do, you will find that that candle that was lit in your heart by your loved one will burn ever stronger. And that together each of our little lights will be held up like all these tiny lights on these trees. And together, they are beautiful. Together, they are brilliant. Together, they are the hope for our future. May be blessed in this holiday season. And now I'd like to introduce our social work supervisor, Mary Denning, who I know many of you have met through your work through coming to the Hospice House or in our program, who continues to serve her and her colleagues, all of those who've been in our program.
Grief is like the ocean. It comes in waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it is overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. The holidays can be very difficult when experiencing the loss of a loved one. Some strategies to cope during the holidays are to set boundaries as early as possible so you and your family and friends are prepared for how you wish to spend those special days. Be true to your emotions during these special days. You may experience both negative and positive feelings during the holidays while grieving, and that's okay. All feelings can come through, and it is best to experience them rather than to suppress. Honor your traditions. Our loved ones live on through our rituals and traditions. At the same time, consider creating new traditions of your own. Making new memories does not mean old ones are erased. And most importantly, always cares for yourself. Take the time you need. Nourish and treat your body well, and be kind to your mind. Give yourself time and love, and that will help you heal. If you're truly struggling and need more support, know that there is a world out there ready to provide what you need. At Visiting Nurse Service and Hospice of Suffolk, we have a bereavement support program that is available to give you resources for individual support, group support, and spiritual support in your community. We also provide follow-up services to our patients for 13 months after their loss. These services include calls from our social workers and our specially trained volunteers. Mailings and invitations to our multiple memorial events and support groups are sent out throughout the year. At Visiting Nurse Service and Hospice of Suffolk, we have been able to adjust to the needs of all of our patients, families, and community members with virtual support methods. If you have any questions or wish to inquire further about what we have to offer, please reach out. Our phone number is 631-930-9399. Please note that if you're in despair and feel that there is nowhere to turn, there are additional organizations, hotlines, and crisis intervention services available that we can refer you to. Thank you, and please have a happy, peaceful, and safe holiday season. I'd like to reintroduce Reverend Mark Bigelow.
On behalf of the Visiting Nurse Service and Hospice program, I want to thank you for joining us for this memorial service. As it has been an honor to serve your families at your time of need, so too we are touched by your continuing connection to us. Now, as we conclude this memorial service, I hope that in this holiday season, you will feel the hope and give thanks for that which has been given to us, that you will find the peace that is present in those loved ones who are there to support you, that you may find the love that shines in the candle that's been lit in your heart by all those you've known, and indeed may come to know the joy of the season, the joy that may be in a package, a child's laugh, or some beautiful decorations. Let us be in peace. God bless and amen.